memorabilia, but that's the only official
one.
Right.
There's a lot, I mean, you can hit every street corner in London, and that's all that you're going to see. But that's the only official coin. And like I said, we're one of the few exclusive distributors in the United States for that.
You've got some pull, don't you?
This, yeah, a little bit.
What do we got here?
This is special. Wow. We've sold this a couple times. I had a pretty decent quantity of these. We're down to, we have 13. I don't even have enough for prime time. I have 13 sets left.
This is the only airing plan.
The United, yeah, because I don't have enough for prime time. Here's ultimately what this comes down to. The United States government started making, in 1986, President Ronald Reagan signs the Liberty Coin Act and creates one of the greatest silver coin collectibles in the history of the world, in essence. It is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world and has been basically since 1986 when it was first put out. The American Silver Eagle, for many years, all it was in essence a bullion coin. In other words, each one of these coins is 1 ounce of pure silver that you can see in here. And from its release in 1986 was amazingly popular. It comes in 500 coin boxes, and those boxes then are sold to collectors through special distribution centers and special distributors called authorized purchasers, APs. There's only 13 of them in the United States.
Wow.
So they're very, very difficult to get. Well, we sell and have, for as long as I've been here, because I'm the one that started certifying modern issue American Silver Eagles in Mint State 70. Remember, we just had piece dollars in Mint State 65 for $139. One of the traditions is people want coins in the highest possible grade. Well, these coins are certified absolutely, positively perfect. They're all Mint State 70. If you follow us here at a New Year's Eve day or right around there, every single solitary year is our Coin Today special. We sell a Mint State 70 coin. We did so in 2018. We did so in 2017, so on and so forth. And those are about $90 a coin. So what I did is I assembled a complete collection of the 21st century United States Silver Eagles in Mint State 70 from 2001 through 2016, 16 coin set. So basically the same price that I sold the 2017 and 2018 coin for, about $89 a coin. And well, for 2016, 15, and 14, that's a reasonable price. It's not a terribly great bargain, in all honesty. But as you go back, it becomes a greater and greater and greater and greater bargain as you go back, because fewer and fewer and fewer of these coins were certified. The big break point here is 2008. In 2008, there was a little financial trouble in the world, and all of a sudden, people rushed to collect American Silver Eagles. The average mintage of the American Silver Eagle from 1986 through 2008 was about 5 million coins a year, 6 million coins a year. The average mintage from 2009 through 2016 is about 30 million coins a year. So they made far more of these coins. Still, a nice price for these. But once you get pre-2008, now you're starting to get into prices that are kind of spectacular, amazing, fantastic. The key to this set is the 2001. This coin in Mint State 70 is nearly impossible to find. As a matter of fact, well, because they just didn't make that many of them, and when they did not do it in a particularly good fashion. In other words, for it to be Mint State 70, the government didn't used to take a lot of time and energy and effort to make the Silver Eagle. They banged them together and all that other stuff. People didn't save them. Back in 2001, I was the only person on the planet even certifying American Silver Eagles. I started doing it in 1999. I was the very first one. I have you saw, I have 13 sets left like forever. We had about 100 of these sets that I put together after we graded about 2.5 million American Silver Eagles over the years. We were able to put together these sets. This is the final 13 sets that I have. Here's my challenge to you. You go out and try to find this coin for less than $400. I don't believe you can do it. This coin, like I said, at $400, this coin is going to be, and I've seen it as high as $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 in one of the certified, has to be, you know, it has to be ANACS, PCGS, or NGC. This coin's going to range from probably about $450 to about $1,100 for this particular coin. The 2002 is also going to be somewhere in the $250 to $800 range. Remember, we're basically $89.95 a coin. When these two coins right right here can add up if you purchase those individually to the entire $1,499 price point, which gives you the other 14 ounces of silver. The other thing with this is 16 ounces. This is a full pound of pure silver, as each and every one of these coins weighs a pure ounce of American silver. They have to be made out of silver, mined, minted, or melted here in the United States of America by law. So what you have is a perfect collection. And here's the thing I can tell you. Here's the thing I can guarantee you. You absolutely, positively cannot put this set together for $1,499 anywhere but right here. And this is the final opportunity to do this. I spent years and years literally putting this set together to be able to get all of these pre-2008 coins, all of the pre-2008 coins in mint state 70 perfect. Because in coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? Is condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, and these coins are certified absolutely, positively perfect, mint state 70. In coin collecting, we grade on a 70-point scale. We do things a little different than everybody else. We do these in a 70-point scale, not a 100-point scale, and based on that, what you have got right here is the entire 21st century of the American Silver Eagles from 2001 through 2016 in absolutely perfect condition.
Well, not only that, too, the idea that as you get pre-2008, as you were saying, the scarcity goes up and up and up, that you have done all of the work and spent all of those years finding these coins, finding them in this condition, and putting these sets together for us. And as Mike said, 13 of these. I mean, that's all we have left. So the idea that you get them all in this amazing condition and they all come together, you have this beautiful box to store them in or display them in, all the work is done for you. And the beauty of shopping coins here at HSN is that once you get it home, you can see them with your own eyes. You don't have to just take our word for it. And if for any reason you're not happy, we take them back. I mean, I don't know a lot about, you know, going out into the market and collecting coins, but I don't think a lot of people will do that for you.
No, it just doesn't happen.
I mean,
as a matter of fact, the 30-day money-back guarantee is absolutely huge. Once again, it comes in the original red oak presentation box that we have done right here. So nice. So you fit that in there. I think that's about a $49.95 value. So when you look at this whole thing, like I said, about $89.95 a coin.
Sure.
And all the way back, like I said, this coin, these three coins right up here, they're 2001, 2002, 2003 on an individual base are going to bring you basically that $1,499.95. In other words, giving you all these other coins with a pound of silver, absolute final quantities on one of the great American Silver Eagle collectibles that we've ever been able to do here.
So this is it. As you see it, it's item 612176. If you are ready to go ahead